Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Wednesday, April 28th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am so ready to get my coloring on. I hope everybody's having a decent day. Come on in, relax, say hello. Hi, Julie. Good to see ya. Welcome to everybody who comes into the room. Welcome to our viewing gallery. Love you guys too. Hi, Amy. Hey, Amy, don't fuss over those hot air balloons. Take your time with them. You're doing such a great job on that Kirby Roseanne's piece. If it takes you another week to finish up those balloons, so what? Start another project and then go back to the balloons. Okay. So we have got a ton of stuff going on. Don't forget, guys, that this Sunday, Dawn's contest ends. Please get your entries in. You have until Sunday, May 2nd at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh, good, you ordered the Circle of Life book. Yay! Now, you know I'm going to ask you, did you use the affiliate link? I hope. If not, that's okay. No problem. Hi, Sandra. Oh, so good to see everybody. Hello, Melba. And then we've got two more contests, which is the rose contest that Melba drew up for us. That's due Sunday, May 16th. Don't forget to put your entries in the file folders. And also, oh, that's okay, Sandra. I appreciate it. No need to apologize. Hi, Maddie. And then we've got the face contest, and that came about with the contest that Claire from Color with Claire is running. I'm sorry, not a contest that she's running. She put that out as a freebie for everybody to color and have fun with. So I went ahead and made a contest out of it for you guys. Howdy, Pearl. Howdy, howdy. You guys are so much fun. And then, of course, we've got that huge contest coming up with Helen, $100 Amazon gift prize. I will be posting that shortly. Hi, Sherry. Sherry, I love that fairy and mushroom that you're working on. Beautiful. Hello, Rhonda. And Maddie said she's working on the elephant tonight. Okay, cool. So glad to see everybody. Okay, sound check, please. And, oh yeah, Sherry, I think that's going to be a beautiful piece. Okay, so here's what I wanted to show you. You guys know I like to do a little something at the beginning of each coloring session. Okay, so you guys know that I've got these gouache paints, been doing things with it. And this is the box that it came in. So I wanted to separate my colors. So I kept the box, but the tubes were just flopping around. So I wanted to show you something that I've, oh yeah, don't throw your boxes away, guys, if you can help it. Is I got some Ziploc bags, and they come in pint size, which is really cool. Now, I went to Walmart to pick these up, and they didn't have them. So I got them on Amazon. Oops. And the thing that I want to emphasize, guys, is these are freezer bags. So they're a lot tougher than your standard bag. So if you can budget them, I would suggest that you get them. Now everybody knows what Ziploc bags are, but I wasn't sure if you knew that they came in this pint size. So I wanted to show that to you because I hate to use up bags, you know, like the quart and stuff that I don't need. And I'm also thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer my little swipes, my makeup applicators, I've told you about these, into the pint size as well. They just work, you know? We'll see. So again, I know you guys know about Ziplocs, but I wasn't sure if you knew about the pint. So these are perfect for the gouache. And I wanted to just let you know about that. So there's an idea for you. Now, what I also do, and I don't, you know, it's up to you because you may feel it defeats the purpose, but I don't, is I like to take my X-Acto knife and just put a little hole in it. And that way, it allows just a little bit of air to escape. And that way, when I go to put a bunch of bags together, they'll flatten out. All right, let me get these out of the way. Out of the way. Yeah, here are my blues and my greens. Blues, purples, greens. So I will separate those later. So there's an idea for you guys. And the neat thing about the pint size is they just fit into this Arteza box. So that works as well. All right. I was expecting some books today. They didn't show up. It said that will be delivered by 8 p.m. They have not been here. So if I disappear from broadcasting, it's because my notification told me that they arrived. Woohoo! Arriving today by 8 p.m. Yeah. I think you'll like these bags that I'm getting. All right. So I'm working on Circle of Life by Melpomeni, and I'm just going to say Chat for her last name. Beautiful Greek name, but I cannot pronounce it. All right. So last night I was showing you how to work with your gray and your black pencils to make stuff dimensional. That's the concept I want you guys to pick up. And the point of this is like a pre-coloring thing that you're doing on your page. So what I did is I worked with the shading around the outside to pop up the center, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, and I just put my gray. I showed you how to do that with a little darker black around the inner outside, if that makes sense. And then I worked on these gears a little bit to do a look of gold, which is a little bit difficult because they're teeny tiny. Zoom out. So it was pointed out to me, which even though it was right in front of me, I didn't realize that this was the Four Seasons. Duh. So I started working on spring, summer, winter, spring, summer, fall. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue giving you some pointers on doing this pre-shading. And I showed you some Kirby Roseannes that I'm doing, or did, and added extra black lines. Zoom in. Hi, Helen. Congratulations, Helen. Everybody see that her book got released. Woohoo! So I'm going to be coordinating with Helen about doing speak much? No. Think much? Even less. About doing an on-camera. And I will do a walkthrough of her book so you guys can see it. I've already ordered it. So it is on the way. Now, obviously I have not seen the copy, but anything that promotes the ability to draw and add simple images to your pages, I am all for it. So I'm delighted that that book is coming out, or has come out. All right. So I'm going here. Well, Sherry, thank you. I don't know what brought that comment on, but okay. Awesome sauce. So I will be coordinating with Helen, and we'll get her on air and we'll do the walkthrough. How cute is this? All right. And what I hope is going to come out of all this with Helen's book being released, this is perfect timing for this group, is to show you how to add these little extras. Oh, I try, Sherry. Thank you. My pleasure. I love bringing people in. Okay, now the spaces between these tree limbs, zoom in, is ridiculously small, but that's okay. We're just creating an illusion. So what I'm doing is I've got slightly darker gray towards the image itself. And then I'm blending that to the outside, outward. And it would help if I move camera over. There we go. It doesn't take much to do this kind of stuff. Now there's one more step I want to show you when doing these trees. And up close, you really don't see the effect. You guys aren't seeing it because I'm a little bit closer right now. But that's because I want to show you what I'm doing here with the coloring. And this is all going to make sense as I keep going with it. And for those of you that are watching but haven't dropped down in the room, feel free to drop down and say hello. If you have any questions, comments, okay, and I'm going to bring out the gray just a little bit more on the outside now, like a halo effect. Now, this is going to make a lot more sense to you in a moment, so give me a second here. Let me work my magic on here. I don't know any magic songs. Zoom out. Okay, can you start to see now? Look at the difference here between here, these two, and this last tree. Here, let me do an intermediate distance here and see if, there we go, we can do that. Now, the other thing I told you, or want you to know, is I don't want you to get hung up on how intricate a page is. There are a lot of ways that you can color in things, that you don't have to color every single little thing. Oh, there you go, Helen. Sandra says, I have all the special effects books and will now order the newest ones. Congratulations. Woohoo! I'll bet you Helen's on cloud 9 about now. Now, don't worry about your gray going over your other stuff in here. And please note that on the inside, I'm just doing one side of the tree because my spaces are so teeny tiny, so I'm just going to do one side here to get that effect that I want. Okay. And again, don't worry about the shadow on top of other pieces. Hi, Stacy. You couldn't get your comments to come up on your iPad? That's really weird. Huh. And you tried sliding, just swiping left and right, right? Stace? Okay, so now, woohoo, zoom out, zoom out. Now we're going to enhance the effect. It looks cool right now, but we still need to add a little bit more of that contrast. So we're looking for a darker gray. I mean, I know you know to swipe and all that stuff, Stace, but boy, that is weird. So actually I'm going to use a black, and keep in mind that different brands of pencil produce different qualities of black. So no, that's not in your imagination. Zoom in. All right. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking my black and I am breaking the point. Did you get it to work, Stace? I am outlining just about on top of that outermost line. You'll see it when I come down the tree. Yeah, pens would be good. I'm going to show that in a minute. Oh man, ILene. I'm going to use a pen on that second tree. Can everybody see now how, yeah, oh snap. Can everybody see how that tree now is starting to come up off the page? Now, if you want, you can use different colors. It just depends what you're doing with your backgrounds. But right now, I I hate that. I wanna. I want to, oh, I think I outlined some rocks. Well, they're leaves now. Oh, they're leaves. Yeah, we're good. I want to show you how to have fun with this black and gray. And like I said, this can be and should be done really before you color. You have a bug on your page. Okay, now inside the tree, I'm just going to go on one side, wherever that branch is. So I want you to think of this as though you're coloring in black and white. So do you take her out on a leash, your cat? Okay, see how this tree now is really coming up now out of the page, and wait until you get the coloring done behind it. Okay, so let's experiment with a pen. I just want to show you different methods for doing this. Zoom out. Look at that, guys. Is that not the coolest thing? Zoom in. Tree number 2, I am using a pen. Exactly, Helen. I'm showing ways to color something that's intricate. It's not hard, guys. It's just intricate. Now your ink is going to be super black when you first put it on there, but it will dry. So don't let that super blackness throw you. Now, I like the pen idea a little better than I do with the pencil, but I don't like to assume that you guys have whatever, so that's why I always show you different things. Zoom out. Look at that. Is that not cool? Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom out. So everybody see now how the left side of that tree is already looking super terrific? The trick is you're using your gray and then your black. That's what makes it work. If you were to just outline this with black pen, it would not work. Now, you don't have to be anal about it and get every teeny tiny little thing here. Just pick your spots. And like I said, when you get to the inside of your tree, you just want to use like one line in there. There you go. What do you think? Let me grab some water. Now, I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to darken in a few of these lines down here at the base of the mountain. So that's another little technique that you can do as well. All right, So let's go ahead and let's do something with these mountains here and pop them as well. And let me show you this whole piece now. Zoom out. Zoom out. Ooh, thank you for those hearts. Look at that. I mean, look at the difference between this and these other spots. Zoom in. Zoom in. So I'm going to do this with my mountains a little bit. Now the line on the mountains is already dark. So really, that part of it is already done for you. I'll bet you guys never thought about doing something like this before, right? Okay. So the whole thing here is I'm working in black and white. I want you to look at this as though the book should have been published this way. And that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying the artist should have done this. What I'm saying is this, this is preliminary to you coloring your piece. Excuse me. So just pretend that you're the artist of this book and you're putting in these images like this. Okay. Oh, so Stacy's thinking light blue on the mountains. Uh-huh. Now, watch this. On this arrow here, I'm just going to go ahead and put just a little bit of gray around the outside. And let's go ahead and put a little bit here. Zoom out. Can you guys see the difference now between this arrow and this arrow where it isn't done? I knew what you meant. Stays. So here's the way I want you to look at this shading. I want you to pretend that when you bought this book, these were already looking like this. And that the artist had gone ahead and made these the dimensional effects for you then to come in and color. Does that make sense? And I think that you can see how drastically different that looks from just this standpoint here. All right. Okay, so I'm going to get a light, a medium, and a dark blue. Let me find a really dark blue here. I don't know why I have so much trouble with my blues, but I do. I don't know if it's the pencils, brands. So bear with me for a moment here. Zoom in. So I'm going to put the lighter blue on the top here. And then I'm going to use my darker blue closer to the bottom. I don't know if it's the undertones, Stace. Sometimes I just have a problem with just finding a really good dark blue. In my pencil sets. You know, you just got to find a blue that you like and then just, you know, stick to it. Okay, so I've got basically the medium blue on here with the lighter blue on top. So I'm going to blend that in. And then I'm going to take black and I'm taking black pencil. Zoom in. And I'm going to go along that bottom here. Now, you want to do this very, very lightly so that it picks up that blue. I'm just barely putting the black on here. Let me get... And you don't want to come up too far with your black. Look at that. Zoom out. Okay, somebody just made a teary, unhappy face. What's the problem? Question? And then I'm going to grab, oh, there it is. My Arteza white pen. Zoom in. And I'm going to go ahead and put a few snow caps on there. There we go. Now, I'm more tapping my pen onto the paper than I am dragging it, and that's because I don't want to pick up too much colored pencil, if I can help it. Oh, okay, Stace. I was just wondering why somebody was running a tear. So I'm more dotting in the white. Now, as I told you, Claire of Color with Claire suggested these white pens. I absolutely love them. Everybody see now the side by side on our mountains? Oh, now he got hearts. Okay. And if you're doing something like this, guys, don't forget to bring your white down just a little bit, like it's a snow trail. And also, you don't have to do solid white across the top. Just skip spots. Oh, thank you, Stace, for the hearts. And I'm going to run a little bit of snow down the slope here. That way somebody can go skiing if they want. Oh man, I hope you guys can see how cool this is looking. Hi, Rebecca. And again, if anybody who's observing this has any questions. Now, if you wipe out some of your mountaintop, which I did, just go back with your black pen and pop it back in. No biggie. Zoom out. All right, let's play with the sky and the sun a little bit. Now, there's a method to my madness in showing you all this. And what that is, zoom in, is that these are all methods now that you can use on other things. So I'm going to use marker here. If you don't have marker, use colored pencil. And I'm just going to add a little touch of orange there. And here comes the interesting part. So I've got all this gray surrounding the tree, surrounding the mountains, the sun, yada, yada, yada. And you might be wondering how that's going to affect putting down any color. Well, let me go ahead and get my yellow down. And notice that I'm gapping the yellow. So see, I've got this white area right here. And what I want you to notice is now that gray is really popping out because now we're getting the colors on there. And again, I want you to pretend that the author had already put the gray shading around the trees, had already made them dimensional, and now you're just coming in and you're coloring them now. So I'm coloring right over that gray. Zoom out, zoom out. And I hope you can see now how really dimensional this is getting. So just pretend the Kirby Rosannes had drawn this and he had shaded in the gray, and you're just coloring over that. Okay, now I'm going to get another shade of yellow. And I'm going to put it in between the color I just put down. And now you can see that dimension there. Now, we have a little bit of a hiccup on this. Zoom out. Everybody see that the author had put little dots around here, and on this one here, she angled the lines to make it circular, but I'm more concerned about with these little dots here. Because there aren't any up here. So we need to make some decisions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my sunshine lines. Now, this is going to make sense when I go to do those other segments, but it's all part of the design. But wait, there's more. Yeah, and the picture is off center, Helen, that's right. And my eraser went somewhere. There we go. So we've got a couple things here in play. Is you need to decide if you want to end at the round part, which is fine, or if you want to carry it out towards your outside. So there's my bright yellow, and I'm going to go back now with my darker yellow. That I used before and started out with. So I've got two shades of yellow going on here. Have fun, guys. Now, I'm going to leave that sit for a minute. And I've told you guys time and time again that you don't have to 100% finish an area if you want to see how the rest of it's going to come out. And if you really wanted to be playful with this, zoom in, zoom in. You could go ahead and carry this yellow. I'm going to go right over my gray, okay? Not worried about that at all. Is carry the yellow a little bit past the arrow. I don't want you to be constrained or confined in coloring something like this. Zoom out. I want you to think outside of the box, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with exploding this off the page. Does that make sense? Don't go heebie-jeebie on me and say, oh, I'm afraid to do that. No, no. Zoom out. Now, it's going to look a little wonky for a while. And that is perfectly okay. All right. All right, so I'm going to leave that sit. So let me go ahead and let's work on our grass a little bit. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, and I'm going to play with the grass a little bit as well using my pen technique that I was showing you. Hi, Lila. Now I'm going to do something, I'm going to reverse something for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and put my grass color in. Before I do any more inking. And there's a method to my madness, so I'll show you why. Hey, Wanda. So of course I want to make sure that I don't want to color over my flowers because I worked on that with my marker and my pencil. So I'm putting a base color of my green on here. I'm tinting, right? Oh, you'll appreciate them all the more, Amy. Good night, Lila. Now again, I'm coloring right over that gray that I did around the tree. I think I forgot to do some of my mountain here. Oh, no, I didn't. That's my snow. Okay, now we don't want that green to be dull. So using the same pencil, I'm going to go ahead and darken some of my grass areas. So this is the color that I tinted with. I'm also going to darken with it a little. But wait, there's more. And now I'm going to take more of a grass green color, still different from this stuff here, and I'm going to shade my green again in my spots and also a little bit below. So we're going to have multiple shades of green working in this grass. Depth, dimension, detail, guys. That's our 3Ds. All right, zoom out, zoom out. And I'm also going to take, which may sound a little bit weird, is a very, very slight touch of brown on the top of these little mounds. Zoom in, that are starting to go up into the mountains. Not much. I'm just going to tint that. Okay. Everybody see how we've got the dimensions of colors now going on here? Zoom in. And I've got a little bit of green, I think, that I missed right underneath our bunny rabbit. Yep, I did. And then the rabbits, I'm going to go with a shade of the brown. And notice that I'm not necessarily coloring everything in with that darker brown. That way I've got dimension on the bunny rabbit. And I'm even going to go so far as to take a little bit of pink trust me guys, it's worth the effort. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of that into the bunny, even on the nose. Doesn't that look cool? All right. Zoom out. Now the bark on these trees is going to be a little dicey because we've got very small lines. So I'm going to take my Tanimate marker, zoom in, and I'm going to go ahead and line over the lines that are already in the tree. Be sure that you get up into the greenery with this. And if you can't quite see where the lines of the branches go, don't worry about it. Draw in your own. I want you guys to stop being afraid of altering your pages. Let me pull you out just a little bit. And in fact, I would even encourage you to draw extra branch lines in your tree. Look how cool that looks. Yeah, it's okay, kitty cat. And then I'm going to take a very light brown and pop it over the rest of this tree. And I'm coloring in pretty firmly with my pencil. And that way I get more of a bark look. So Rhonda says, you need that, ILene. Struggling with artist thinks is sky or roof or mountain. Okay. Don't be afraid to darken your trees after you put marker on them. Okay, and now I'm going to depend on my markers because I want my teeny tiny ends zoom in. They almost look like little hearts in those trees. So what I'm going to do is I'm using a very light green, the method to my madness here. I think I'm blurry here. Let me pull out. And you'll see where I'm going with this in a second. You want to use very different shades. Hi, Melissa. Oh, I'm glad you could drop in. So I want you to use different shades of green when you're doing a tree like this. And you can see why. Look how cool that's looking. So, Melissa, this busy week, is it a good busy? All right, let me pull a darker green here. Now, when you're doing something like this, guys, don't make the mistake of just simply filling in with the last color. So I'm putting in my darker green. If you need to go back and put in lighter green, do that. In other words, some people finish off with a color that happens to be in their hand. Don't do that. Does that statement make sense? Just because you picked up a color doesn't mean that you have to finish with it. Wow, look at that. Zoom out. Oh, there you go, Wanda. Yeah, I'll do that in my next tree. Thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't see. Well, you know what? Let me see if I can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and add that little bit of pink. Oh, I like it, Wanda. All right. And Amy says that each tree should be different. Okay. Have fun with it, guys. And again, be sure you use different greens. You may think that it doesn't make a difference, but what do I always tell you guys about that? Zoom out. I swear these are little hearts. Sweat the details. And put in your shades, even though you think they can't be seen. They absolutely can. So I'm going to go with a little more of a lightness on this one. Rule of thumb, guys, whenever you're coloring something, have a light, medium, and dark. Stacy, are you going to be able to hang around for a few minutes? So notice on this last tree here, I'm not putting in the dark. I'm just going to go ahead and put in the light and the medium. Zoom out. Come on, let's get... Look at that, guys. Isn't that cool? Let's see, and the birds, go ahead and throw a little bit of blue on them. Colored pencil. But you know I'm all about dimensions, so now I'm going to take a very dark marker, zoom in, zoom in. It just quits. Why? No rhyme or reason. All right. And I'm going to take a darker blue, and I'm going to pop a little bit of that darker blue on the birds. I'm not going to completely cover up the light blue. And don't forget to wipe the point of your marker because it's going to pick up that wax. Oh, you left your phone at home, Wanda? Oh, jeez. Yeah. And again, if your marker starts acting up, you tap it onto your area that you're coloring. Okay, one more quick thing is I'm going to get a darker marker yet. Watch this. I'm going to take my darker marker and I'm going to dash in a little bit of blue, the darker blue on these mountains. Not much. Look at that. Zoom out. Wanda, what's IKR? What is that? Da, da, da. I know that's a horrible feeling when you don't know where your phone is, I'll tell you. But then again, I've got my Apple Watch, so I can find it, but also if I get any calls or anything like that, I still see it. Oh, I know, right. Okay, I gotcha. All right. So what do you guys think of that so far? Okay, guys, I'm back. We got bumped. Oh, gotta love it. All right. So this is the piece now. And please understand, again, I'm going to be working on this background yellow. Right now, this is a placement color. And there's going to be more happening with it. All right. Thank you, Wanda. Yeah, I had to sign off and come back on again. I'll tell you what, if there was any other format that I could get into rather than this Facebook, I would do it. I am so, anyway, we deal with it, we move on. All right. So here's the first one of these four seasons. Having a lot of fun with this. Now, a couple more things that I want to show you, and then I'm going to come back or go with a different picture. Yeah, I think what happens is just before we're going to get bumped, the sound disappears. And then it stalls. But the good news is I'm good for another 4 hours. Okay. Yeah, there you go, Wanda. Fire the fact checkers and hire more technicians. All right, so anybody have any questions on how I'm putting this together? I love how the mountains turned out. I love the shading. And that's the main thing I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, no matter what, guys, I'm here until 10 p.m. Central, so if I get bumped, I will be back. And if for some reason I'm not going to be back, I'll post a notice in the room. All right. So I think this piece is turning out pretty cool. So I want to show you one more thing. And again, guys, if this piece doesn't float your boat, I get it. That's fine. I want you to see the techniques. Zoom in. All right, Sherry says she's back. So this whole thing is going to be like one beautiful dimensional piece. Good night, Pearl. What I really hate about this, when I get bumped like that, I don't know if you guys know this, but I upload the video every night to YouTube. And so every time I get bounced, that's more work for me. Yeah, oh yeah, it's the wheel of the year. It would look really good framed. I agree with you. That's a good idea, Sherry. Amy says it's 6:45 here. She's here for the duration. Whee! Okay. So So what I want to do and what I want to show you real quick, well, it doesn't have to be real quick, but yeah, like I said, guys, if I get bounced, I will always come back. I mean, if it were 10:45, I probably, or 9:45 my time, I wouldn't. So now what I'm doing is I'm playing around with adding these leaves. So this will be around the outside of the piece. Because I want it to spill over the line. Those wolves have striped tails. Uh-oh. Okay. Hey, look who just came in the door. This is an unexpected surprise. Yay. How are you doing, stranger? Jeff Haney, welcome. Actually, truth be told, I asked Jeff to come in because I want to show him something. So, Stacy, you here? Because, Jeff, you need to see this. This is for you to see. Can you come on camera, Jeff? Recovering from a long backpacking trip. I hope you guys had glorious, glorious fun. Did you and Sherry have fun? All right. Okay. Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Here I am.
So how did this backpacking trip go?
Oh my gosh, I'm Grandpa's getting too old for this. No, Sherry didn't go on this one. This was me and a couple of guys that were some of my gold prospecting friends. We hiked way into the I won't talk about the area, but it's in the Gila Forest. But it was pretty long, brutal hike with backpacks, and we camped. It was so much fun.
Oh, that's good. Well, listen,
It was awesome.
the reason
Yeah.
I wanted you to come on camera, and
Okay.
this is an idea that Stacy had, and I really, really wanted you to see this because this is so cool. Is I'm going to hold something up, and I want you to look at this.
Okay.
Okay, now let me.
Okay.
Okay, look at the eyes.
Beautiful. Okay.
Okay, what do you see on the eyes?
Let's see. It's kind of hard for me to. Let's see. Um,
There it is. Can you
it
see it?
looks. Yeah. Is it diamond glaze?
What do you think of that? How do you think of that? How that looks? Doesn't it look cool?
Oh, I think it looks amazing. I think it looks amazing.
Okay, Stacy, tell Jeff what it is. She'll type that in and tell you because this was her idea. And I wanted you to see this because, you know, you were really big on the cats. about getting those
Uh-huh.
eyes looking really cool.
Yeah.
And we'll tell you what it is momentarily.
Maybe a stick. Looks like it might be a sticker too. Some kind of a sticker. It looks great. It looks really, really good.
Yeah, well, I especially wanted you to see the eyes because when this happened, when we made this happen, all right, do
Mm-hmm.
you see what Stacy's saying on the text?
Cellophane. Oh, cellophane.
It is
Oh, that's a
holographic. It's or holographic
okay.
or holographic cellophane,
That's smart. That looks really good.
and
Is it on the wings too?
it's
Is
on the
it the same?
wings.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And but we particularly wanted to show you because of the eyes, because of the cats.
Yes. That looks
And
great.
what it is I bought some party bags from Amazon.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
holographic party bags. And I took a
Okay.
pair of scissors and cut them up.
Okay.
Let me show you this. It's a very tedious job, but well worth it. So these are the bags you pull out,
Okay. Okay.
and they're just simple little bags. See that?
Uh, yeah. That looks great.
And when we started this, I was buying stuff that you do for nail art because it has the holographic stuff in it, for women
Okay.
and stuff.
Okay.
And it's very expensive to do it that way. And I got to thinking about it. And so you get like 100 bags, and what I do is I just pull them out and I cut them up. And then I glue them onto whatever, we want to glue it onto.
Uh-huh.
But the main thing that we wanted to show you, because you had done this technique with the cat eyes. Oh, there
Yeah.
now. Do you see that?
Yes, I can see it. That looks so good. It makes them glisten when the page moves. I can see it now.
There you go. See that?
Wow. That looks so good.
So you don't even have to use that liquid stuff that you have, is you literally take a little piece of cellophane and glue it on there.
That is so cool. That is
And
really neat.
and the thing that Stacy was saying, which was funny because it really is funny when you think about it, is that when I was going to trim it, I used my X-Acto knife. So look at
Yeah.
the image of a knife near an eyeball.
Oh, yeah. That's not. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. You don't want to do that. I
So
see Stacy's comment. She gouged her eye out with a knife,
yeah,
trimming it up.
so
That's
that was
awkward.
that was the running joke because I
That's
took
great.
the knife. But yeah, I mean that's all we wanted to show you.
Thank you for sharing that. That's really cool. What a neat technique. That's a really cool technique. I like how the light just plays. Your eye kind of makes up all the difference because it reacts like a real eye because it's got the
Yeah,
thing in it. But it works for other things. It works on the wings, and
yeah,
you can put it on any kind of a thing in the painting that has kind of a reflected quality, like glass or water. You could probably put it down on water. Could be
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So
Good. Well, thank you.
I immediately thought of you when we did that, and that's why I was getting a hold of you. And
Yeah.
then we just took little bows, and this is neither here nor there because I know you wouldn't probably do this, but we just took little bows that I also bought off Amazon and just glued them onto the hair, just
Yeah.
to add the little extra. And this down here is just glitter, just standard glue,
Oh, so there's fairy
gl-
dust. I was going to ask where the fairy dust was.
yeah, yeah,
I'm looking at the computer. I'm looking on my computer at the same time to see it bigger. I'm on my iPhone right now.
yeah.
Oh, I
So
can
that
see it now. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, so that's just making like little glitter dust coming out of her purse. But the main thing is we wanted to show you that cellophane. And the super main thing was I wanted you to see this on the eyes. So
That's
yeah, if you ever do anything further with your cat eyes and you're looking for a way to
yeah.
make them glisten, that's the way to do it.
That's cool. I'm doing an outdoor I'm doing a table outdoors at a little festival we have here. It's really more for, this is really more for kids and people who want to just do art. And I'm doing a little project that this would be good on, where I could cut like little leaves and flower shapes and things out of that cellophane. But I'm actually doing a project. I'm calling it the Tree of Life.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get people engaged in the arts. So it's not specifically for, it's not like for artists, it's for anybody. And what I do is I take the liquid acrylic, which it's like airbrush paint. It's liquid acrylic. You can also use dyes. And you put a blob on a piece of paper, and you take a straw and you blow it, and it fingers out, and it makes these like organic, like plant tree type things. And so I'm going to show people how to make kind of like a tree trunk or a branch. And then you can cut these things out and glue them on. That would really be cool to do these as little leaves and flower shapes and things that you glue out on the branches, you know.
Yeah.
That could be really cool.
Yeah.
Whose art is this? Whose is this? I love that.
Oh, this is a book. Let's see, that's called Circle of Life.
Oh, interesting. Oh, wow, that's gorgeous. Who's the artist?
And
who's the artist?
I'm not, you're gonna have to look at this because
wow, coloring journey. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. That is great. Okay, let me just write it down. Melpomeni. Move it over to the left some.
Okay, here, let me spell this out for you, if that makes it easier. C as in cat, H as in Henry, A as in apple, T as in Tom, Z as in zebra, I as in Eileen, P as in Paul, A as in apple, N as in Nancy, A as in apple, G as in giraffe, I as in Eileen, O as in outside, T as in Tom, O as in outside, U as in umbrella.
Got it. It is called Circle of Life. Is that what's the title again? Circle of Life?
Yeah, it's called Circle of Life. Oh, listen, I got to tell you now. Can you see the full image on the screen?
No, I just see part of it. You'd have to pull back.
Okay, let me.
Or actually, move it over to the left. Move it over to your left. Okay, now I can. Pull it over to the left just a little bit. Well, okay, there. I can see it now.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
I'm just going to do a really quick. She does. Oh my gosh, the things are absolutely gorgeous. Everything is in a circle. Now, some of her things, they are not, but everything follows that theme. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful?
What? Yeah. Is she a new artist, or?
You know, I'm not 100% sure about that. This is the 2021 book. I think she's a well-known illustrator.
Okay, because she looks like she's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Really beautiful stuff. Oh, I like the orca one. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that one. And there's one. I'm sorry?
I like the circular format.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at this. Isn't that really cool? And then so she's got, you know, this
Gorgeous.
whole image here, and then on the back of the turtle now, this image.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like what a Kirby Roseanne does. Look at that one.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I thought of you when I saw this one.
Man.
Okay. There's another one that's really interesting here. Now, see, this is just a standard page that she did. So this one is not really circular, but it's just a two-pager here. But let me show you. Oh, I love this. I mean, look at this.
Oh, that one. I love that one a lot. That's so cool. Wow. Yeah, these are neat. Beautiful design. Gorgeous design work. Yep.
I did flip through this book. So look up the video, because, you know, I do my videos. I label them, but I want to show you the.
Okay.
Oh, my, look at this one.
That is, oh my gosh, that is wonderful. These are so cool.
And I'll tell you, I think that Jeff, this is the kind of stuff I think that you could be doing as well along
Yeah.
these lines.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that one.
Wow, I like that one too. I
And
really
then
like the tornado. Anyway, it was really that one. Oh
and
yeah,
then
that's
this
cool.
this one here, but look what's going on. It's got the streams that are coming down, so there's the books, and then
Yeah.
it's got the streams of water coming down.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah.
I'm gonna buy that book. I'm gonna buy that book.
Oh, good. Buy it through my affiliate link, will you?
Oh yeah. Oh. Do you have all of your best books on the for affiliate links?
I do.
Okay.
I'll tell you how to get to it in a second. There's one here that I really wanted to show you that I think is so cool. It took people a little bit to see the perspective on it as to what it was. Let me see here. Oh my gosh, look at this one.
Oh, that's really neat. It's beautiful.
Just really outstanding stuff. Let me find this one though, because it's very intriguing. I mean, here's some just vultures here. Oh, towards the back. Oh, look at the turtle with the tree on top.
It's a lot of snail. I like that. That's good.
All right, give me a second here. Bear with me here. Okay. Tell me what's going on with this one. Tell me if you see it.
I can't really tell because from this distance because it's small on my. Let me see on my computer. They're looking through a cave.
There you go.
Looking out of a cave with all kinds of crystals.
There you go.
Okay, got it. All right. Yeah, it was hard to tell. Small. That's beautiful too. Wow, that's great.
Isn't that cool?
It's great. Yeah, this is a neat book. Very neat book.
So if you are interested in getting it through my affiliate, all you need to do just go into announcements in my group, and you'll see it says affiliate links. Just click on it, and the book's listed, and you're welcome to do that. If not, that's fine too. But yeah, I really, really wanted you to see this book.
That's awesome. Thank you. Well, I'll give y'all a real sneak peek of something I'm working on right now.
That was my next.
I have to let you know.
That was my next question.
Here, I'm just going to give you a sneak peek. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because this is what I'm in the middle of right now.
Oh.
These are you can see kind of I'm working on the drawing. These are some of my fantasy salmon.
How cool is that?
Oh, yeah. So it's going to be a whole scene.
Oh, yeah.
Working on. Anyway, that's a sneak peek. But I've been heads down in income tax since last week. Last week was pretty busy, and then this week is we're trying to get everything done by the 1st. I have to have everything to my CPA by the 1st, so I'm been pretty crazy around here. So, but yeah, I'll give more information fairly soon about a new book that I'm going to be working on. But I don't want to go into it much right now. But I've got stuff organized to dive into a new book sometime pretty soon. So I'll let you guys know, and I'll do an official announcement.
Okay.
But I'm not going to do that. So,
and what kind of potential release date are we talking about?
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't know. I can't do that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was in the next, 2 months or 6 months or. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, it's not gonna be 6 months. No, it ain't gonna be 6 months. No, it's not gonna be that long.
Okay.
No, it'll be before then. It's probably gonna be within a few months.
Okay.
So I'm going on a huge. I think I shared this with the group before, but I'm going on another. Well, this is a long trip. I'm doing because I'm turning 60 this year. Grandpa's going to be the big 60.
Uh-huh.
And doing I'll be doing a travel journal. I'll be starting that pretty soon, actually, so everybody can follow. But I'm with a really dear friend of mine who's another hiker and gold prospector. Him and I are going up to Idaho, and we're going to spend a month up there. And my two friends that hiked with me this past weekend are going to meet us up there. So it's a group of us, and we're going to go through all the really backcountry of Idaho, and to a lot of old ghost towns and gold districts and things. And we're just going to have fun rock hounding and finding minerals and gems and then gold prospecting. But I'm doing that. And this was Sherry's idea. So my wife Sherry said, you should do something really special for your 60th birthday. And I was like, She goes, what would you like to do? And I said, I'd really love to go for a long trip playing in the dirt. This is just my excuse to be a big kid and go play in the dirt. So I'm working on organizing that and getting that all squared away. But that's going to be in July, the end of June and July. But it's coming up pretty soon. So okay. I don't know if the book the book I'm working on is going to be done before that or after that. I'm kind of leaning toward after. So that gives you kind of just a general idea of what I'm thinking.
Okay. Now, next question, and I just texted you that link, by the way, if you're interested in getting that Circle of Life.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Gosh, thank you. Are you going to, when it hits Amazon, can I corral you and have you come on live here and let me page through it for everybody?
Oh yeah, certainly.
Okay.
Well, we can coordinate something. I'm going to do typically what I do is I'll begin to, once I begin, I usually begin advertising with all of the coloring book, Facebook group pages, all over Facebook. And I begin kind of my advertising, sharing, and start that. And, I can share with you, but when I do the actual launch, maybe we can coordinate something. I usually do, special exclusive launch with my Patreons and my color, Facebook page and things like that, so that everybody has the kind of the first look. But we can coordinate something.
Okay. Well, yeah. If you're interested, once that hits Amazon, I'll buy a copy of it. I'll get a copy of it and get it in. And like I said, if you want, we'll have you come on live, and then you can talk a little bit about the backstory of the pieces, if you want to do that. And of course, that goes to YouTube, and that'll give you another advertising piece that you can use if you like.
It sounds great. That sounds great.
All right, now and real quick.
What's that? Okay.
Oh, real quick. How are things going with your puzzles? Any news on that front?
No, I don't. Yeah, that's not anything I really want to talk about right now.
Okay, sure.
I'm working on. I got a new piece that I'm really far along that I'm having a blast with. It's going great. And I'll share more when I get a little bit further along. Got quite a few other projects going on. Let's see, what else can I share? I'm trying to think of anything right now. I'm going to be doing some outdoor festival stuff here coming up in May, locally. So that's some of the more local stuff that I'm going to be doing, but that's not anything, that anybody can really attend, unless you're local. That's kind of a big thing. Sherry and I are going to be doing some outdoor stuff. It's been a while because of all the COVID lockdown. We haven't been able to do anything outdoors.
Yeah.
And so in the month of May, May and June, I'm going to be doing outdoor stuff locally here, selling my work and interacting with people, which I haven't been able to do since the whole COVID thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just wanted to fly by you, and if there was anything that you wanted to say that you're doing or whatever, that's since you're here. Other than that, Jeff, thank you so much. Get out of here. Have a great evening.
Okay, thank you. And thanks, everybody. I hope everybody's doing fine. It's great to see everybody.
We are, and I hope.
Love and blessings.
I hope that you like the cellophane idea. That's what we wanted to show you.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant, Wanda. It's brilliant. I think that's just, yeah, or Stacy, it's brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys
All
have a
right.
good evening. See you
Bye.
later. Bye-bye.
All right. That was pretty cool. All right. All right. Sound check. Make sure everything's okay on that end too as well. So Stacy, that's why I wanted to make sure that you were here because I wanted you to tell Jeff that you had that idea. He loved it. Oh. So thank you, Stacy. Loved it. He loved it. Okay. Jeff is very cool. All right. All right. Is my volume nice and is it okay? And am I clear? So here's this piece. And I'll be continuing with this later on. And I hope you guys had a really good time watching how I was doing this top. All right. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into here for the last 45 minutes. Way to go, Stacy. All right, guys, give me a sound check, please. All right, so this is from Christmas Scenes by Coloring Book Cafe. I wanted to surprise you, Stace. So I showed you how to do the snow, and you want to put in a little bit of blue. So we've got that blue, makes the snow part look white. You're blushing. Why, Stace? You guys just never know what I'm gonna do ya? An artist like your idea. Yeah. I thought you'd get a kick out of that, Stace. Hey, I take care of my people, I'm telling you. So let's go ahead and get this hat going. Oops. And I don't think I want to do that this way. All right, I've got this backwards. Hold on. There we go. Get rid of that. Zoom in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put down a nice light layer of blue. You'll see why in a moment. Yeah, I had a good day actually. I was expecting some books that I wanted to show you today, but it didn't make it. But that's okay, no problem. You know me, I always want to see what kind of trouble I can get into. All right. You know, the worst thing on my shot was my sore arm for about 2 days. Wanda, thank you for the COVID. Thank you for asking. And that reminds me, when I go to get my booster, which is where people tell me that's where people tend to have a little more difficulty with it. I have Dawn lined up. To come in and take over for me if I can't do the broadcast for some reason. Yeah, my Amazon dude is too busy delivering to Lila. That's right. I felt so sorry for my delivery guys the other day. I had a bag of cat food and dog food come in. And it was 2 different services, so at least that was good. Okay, so I'm blending this in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of purple. Zoom in. And I'm going to go along the seams here. I was surprised that Jeff went gaga over that book, that Circle of Life. That was pretty cool. And what I'm doing now is I'm shading the blue with the purple. Zoom out. And I'm starting along the center lines here. And then I'm just going to pull that color out just a little bit. So that purple is going right on top of the blue. Oh yeah, you're right, Stacy. On a book, no, you look about half, but yeah, that entire book. Good night, Amy. I'm so glad you could make. Okay, now what I want to show you is that you want to go ahead and take your Tombow eraser. Oh, that's cool, Wanda. Yeah, I'm going to be officially announcing that heart contest this weekend, if not sooner. Okay, Amy, good. And Amy, like I said, don't get hung up. Don't get hung up about the don't get hung up on the balloons. I think sometimes, Amy, what you do is you're pushing yourself to get stuff done. Please don't do that. If you need to jump to another piece, go ahead and do that and finish up on your little details later on. All right. Oh, smeared that. Oh, okay, Amy. Now, can everybody see this blue and this purple now that I've mingled together? And then took my eraser and erased out my high points, which look at that, guys. So for those of you who didn't know how to do that, that's how you do that. Okay. Hi, Daisy. I think I missed seeing you earlier. Hi, Stephanie Connors. Now, when you've got something like this with a lot of white space, be sure to clean it up every once in a while. Because even with the paper towel, it's going to get a little smeary. All right, let's work on this cat and make him look cute. And he's got cellophane eyes too. The cat with the cellophane. All right. So I think what I'm going to do with him, zoom in. We'll go bold with him. Now, as I said before, it's relatively hard to screw up cat fur. It really is. So I don't want anybody fussing over it. The only problem that I ever had, or have had, I've never ever had anything stolen. Collars for my pets. And yes, I know about the controversy, but I've never had anyone with them. So I ordered them again this year. I've got 3 cats. So I ordered 2 cat Serestos because what I do is I put on the collars for my 2 cats, and they leave me so much extra collar that I cut off the extra on the 2 of them, and then I glue the remaining pieces on the inside of my cat's breakaway collar, my 3rd cat. So basically I can cover 3 cats with 2 collars. So I ordered 2 cat Seresto and 1 large dog Seresto. And they were due yesterday, did not show up. So called Walmart, couldn't get through to FedEx because they're the delivery. And, you know, it said that it had been delivered. So I couldn't get through to FedEx, so I called Walmart and said, hey, you know, no product. So Walmart's going to make it right and send me out another order. So today I'm bumming around outside. Went out to the mailbox, came back, and there's a bag hanging on my screened-in porch door. It's a Walmart bag, and it had the sticker on it with my name was a delivery sticker, and inside was the 2 cat collars, no dog collar. So what I think happened is FedEx misdelivered my package, and the people that got it kept the dog collar and returned, at least they returned the cat collars. So I think there's a dog out there in my neighborhood running around with my Seresto collar. So I'm at least grateful that I got the 2 cat collars back, even if they kept the damn dog collar. Excuse my French. Well, at least they were honest about it. Yeah, USPS out here stinks. I have stuff that gets misdelivered all the time. I think I'm probably up to incident number 8. So I just call the local post office and I tell them. And normally it's the carrier. I had some a Hannah Carzone book that I was looking for, and the guy misdelivered it to somebody else. So the local, the USPS supervisor made the guy go out and get it from wherever he delivered it and bring it back to me. Yeah, it does make me feel yucky when stuff like that happens. I mean, I'm basically convinced somebody stole that collar from me. Okay. But they're going to resend. They're going to send me 2 more cat collars and the other dog collar. Well, and that's the thing, Sherry. You know, you said I guess they really need it, and you know, that's my solace in this. If they're brazen enough to steal it from me, I guess they needed it that bad. I'm just glad they returned the 2 cat collars. How do you like my cat? Isn't that cool? So what do you think of the black stripes? And exactly, Wanda, at least some poor dog won't be, yeah, flea and tick infested. Went out to buy gasoline the other day, $2.68 a gallon for gas. Yeah, this cat's looking at me. Now, what I want you to notice is I'm taking my pen on this last part right here, zoom in, zoom in, so on this portion right here, I'm just outlining instead of filling it in with black. And I want you to notice now how I'm going ahead and extending the pattern on the cat footy. Very straightforward, guys, not hard. I want you to think about doing stuff like this. And if you're going to experiment with something, do it on something like this cat. Zoom out. Okay. Yes, this is a good example of that, of taking the CBC Coloring Book Cafe pictures. They're simple, but you can make them look really terrific. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, or that's what I am telling you guys, that you should be doing when you're coloring. The addition to this cat is not hard at all. And just for anybody that doesn't know, CBC means Coloring Book Cafe. Okay, now we have to be a little careful. I'm going to look into doing this cat a brown, but we need to be a little bit careful because we've got the orange muffler. Yeah, the eyes are perfect. Thank you, Stacy, for the eyes. I was so tickled to see that Jeff was tickled about the cellophane. Zoom in. Zoom in. Didn't mean to get that close. Zoom out. Zoom out. So Wanda is going to be known for drunken gnomes. And Stacy now is going to be known for cellophane eyes. I want you guys to step up your coloring. And this is why I run the contests that I do and the way that I run them. is I want you to get out of your coloring ruts. And at least be willing to try something. At least try, guys. Okay, let's see here. So my pencil caught this black a little bit, but that's okay. All right, everybody see now how this, good night, Maddie. Maddie, I'm only going to be on for 15 more minutes if you can, you know, wait, but up to you, of course. So the minute that you have an oopsie, yeah, and really, Sherry, you're right. The black is a great shading tool. I mean, I'll incorporate it. I was just going to say that. When you have a oopsie like that, you should immediately be figuring out how to incorporate it. I absolutely love these eyes. I can't get over them. And I'll tell you what, guys, can you imagine how the Hannah Lynn eyes are going to look? Your brat cat likes to roll in the dirt when she goes outside. So, but Stacy, isn't your cat declawed, though? Are you letting her outside when she's declawed, though? Okay, now I'm getting a little bit black or the gray into the tan. Okay. And anywhere that you have a little smudge, if you want, you can go ahead and just cover it up with your black pen if you want. So let me just show you something a little different here. So I've got these black smudges. So rather than incorporate them as gray shading, which you certainly can, is I'm going to go ahead and cover over that gray. See how I'm doing that? So there is always a solution to an oopsie. Now I've got a lot of gray in here, okay? Zoom in, zoom in. So I've got a lot of gray right in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and color that over as well. So when you have an oopsie, you shouldn't even miss a beat. Fix it, change it, incorporate it, no matter how severe it is. Zoom out, zoom out. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of brown. I've got about 10 more minutes. And take a little bit of brown and shade in. Oh, there you go, Rhonda. She says, I got a colored pen on part of the picture, used white pen to cover, and decided I liked it so much I made the whole wall white. There you go. Excellent. You know that my mantra is stop throwing your pages out when you make a mistake. Now, I'm just playing around with the brown here, and I'm letting it streak a little bit. Like I said, it's pretty hard to mess up a cat. It really is. Well, Rhonda, I'm really glad you're not chucking them anymore. Okay, I'm going to do one more quick thing with my cat here, and then I'm going to call it an evening. Put a little brown maybe here. Zoom in. I'm going to go ahead and put a little flesh color inside the ear, and then I'm going to pink it up. Love those eyes. I can't get over that, like I said. So I've got a little bit darker. It's a flesh tone. It actually, what is this? This is a cinnamon color. I love this one pencil. It's my favorite pastel, and it's called Cinnamon. It's a 189. And then I'm going to take a little bit of pink and blend the whole ear with it. I got that. And then I'm going to take a little bit of pink where I put this brown. Color up that area. Guys, don't be afraid of your pencils, please. Blend that in. You know, what happens, guys, is the reason you have problems with your colors is because you start to add a color and it doesn't look right to you. And then you try to correct it. And what's happening there is you're not finishing with the intensity of your pencil that you should be adding. You know how I always tell you guys to shade in your colors, tint in your colors? And rather than let your color play out to see how it's going to look when you're done, you immediately panic and say, oh my gosh, I screwed up the color. No, you got to finish what you're starting. Okay. Does that comment make sense? Don't judge your stuff in preliminary stages. All right. Put a little pink on there. Hi, Katie. Put a little more of my cinnamon color on here. Now, I've got a little bit of problem here where my color is separating because I've got too many layers of pencil on it. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit that with my brown marker. And I may go ahead, see, I'm just going to darken this in with my marker just a little bit. You're just going to catch that on the outside. There we go. And my cat is still a little more beigey. Zoom out. Zoom out. My cat's a little more beigey than I want, but I'll have to fix that another night. Anybody have any thoughts, questions, comments? This is way too yellowish, beigeish color. It looks wonky. And that's a simple fix. I'll just tint that with some brown. I may even throw some chalk on there. Zoom out. Looky there. Let me straighten up my camera. Got a little crooked. There you go. What do you think? All right, guys, I think we're in pretty good shape. And I think I'm going to call it an evening. You're welcome, Rhonda. And again, you know, like I've said before, if you don't like what I'm doing, that's fine. But I want you to look at the technique. That's the main thing. Boy, Jeff really liked that circle of life drawing I was working on. He said, whoa, whoa, look at that. Oh, I love you guys. You have a great rest of the evening. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. I had a lot of fun tonight. I'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. My other books will be here. Can't wait to show them to you. I think you'll like them. All right, guys, take care. Love you. Good night. Bye.